In the deep, quiet heart of the wilderness, where ancient trees stand as silent sentinels and the air is thick with the scent of pine and earth, a new generation of wolves begins its journey. Here, the world is both beautiful and unforgiving, a place where every shadow holds a secret and every sound is a potential threat or promise. Born into the darkness of a secluded den, the pups are the very embodiment of vulnerability. The den itself is a masterpiece of instinctual engineering. Tucked away beneath tangled roots and layers of earth, it shields its tiny inhabitants from the biting winds and the ever-watchful eyes of predators. They enter the world completely blind, their eyes sealed shut against the light, their first moments spent in utter darkness. The only sensations they know are the warmth of their siblings and the gentle, rhythmic heartbeat of their mother. Their ears are deaf to the sounds of their new environment, and their tiny bodies are toothless and fragile. Each movement is clumsy, each breath a small miracle of survival. Utterly dependent, they rely entirely on the warmth and milk provided by their mother, the pack's alpha female. She is their world, her presence a constant reassurance in the darkness. She is their first and most crucial connection to life, a constant source of nourishment and security in these critical early weeks. Her body forms a living barrier, shielding them from the chill and the unknown dangers lurking just beyond the den walls. The survival of these pups is not solely her responsibility. It is a collective effort, a testament to the intricate social fabric of the wolf pack. Each member plays a role bound by loyalty and instinct. While the alpha female remains in the den, nursing her litter, her mate and the other members of the pack work tirelessly to support her. They move with purpose, their every action driven by the needs of the family. They venture out on hunts not for themselves alone, but to bring back food for their dedicated mother. Each successful hunt is a victory for the entire pack, a lifeline for the vulnerable pups hidden away. This cooperative care ensures she remains strong and well-fed, able to produce the rich milk her pups need to grow. The pack's unity is their greatest strength, a bond forged in necessity and affection. The den becomes a sanctuary, a protected space where the pack's future is carefully nurtured through shared duty and instinctual devotion. Here, time seems to slow, each day marked by the steady rhythm of feeding, sleeping and growing. For the first few weeks, the pup's world is a simple one, defined by the scent of their mother and the comforting presence of their siblings. Their senses slowly awaken, each day bringing new discoveries. They huddle together for warmth, a squirming mass of dark fur, their lives a cycle of sleeping and feeding. Occasionally a tiny paw stretches or a nose twitches, hinting at the restless energy that will soon define them. They are unaware of the vast, challenging world that lies just beyond the entrance to their burrow. The den's darkness is both a comfort and a barrier, keeping the unknown at bay. Their development is a slow, deliberate process guided by nature's ancient rhythm. Each day their bodies grow stronger, their senses sharpen, and their curiosity deepens. Every ounce of energy they consume is dedicated to growth, to the strengthening of bones and the development of senses that will one day make them formidable hunters in their own right. The den echoes with the soft sounds of new life, gentle suckling, muffled yips, and the steady heartbeat of the pack. This period of absolute helplessness is a crucial foundation for the strength they will later possess. It is a time of quiet miracles, where every heartbeat and breath is a step towards survival. The pack's structure is designed to protect this vulnerability, with the alpha male standing as a vigilant guardian. He patrols the perimeter, his senses attuned to every rustle and scent on the wind. He ensures that the mother is safe and that no threat approaches their hidden nursery. His presence is a silent promise. As long as he stands guard, the den will remain a haven. The pack's collective might is focused inward, safeguarding the tiny, helpless beings who carry the pack's lineage forward. Each wolf, from the youngest subordinate to the seasoned hunters, plays a part in this delicate balance. It is in this dark, earthy den, through the unwavering care of their family, that the long and arduous transformation from a defenseless pup to a powerful predator truly begins. Here, in the heart of the wild, the story of survival, growth, and the unbreakable bonds of the wolf pack is written, one heartbeat at a time. After 2 months spent in the secure confines of the den, a profound transformation begins in the lives of the young wolves. Compelled by a growing curiosity and newfound strength, the pups venture out for the very first time, their paws touching the earth beyond their birthplace. As they emerge, blinking against the brightness, their senses are overwhelmed. The sunlight dazzles their eyes, and every sound, rustling leaves, distant bird calls, seems magnified in this vast, unfamiliar world. The world stretches endlessly before them, filled with wonders and mysteries. Each step brings a new discovery, the cool touch of dew on grass, the shifting shadows beneath towering trees, the earthy scent of soil and pine. Their noses twitch as they inhale the crisp air, sorting through a tapestry of scents, some familiar, others entirely new. The wind carries the aroma of distant animals, the musky trace of their own pack, and the sharp tang of pine needles. With each cautious step, the pups begin to understand the world's complexity. Their mother stays close, guiding them, but now they must learn to rely on their own senses and instincts. Hunger soon draws them to the pack's gathering. Here the pups face their first real challenge, navigating the social hierarchy that governs every meal. As the hunters return, the alpha male leads, carrying fresh prey. The pups watch intently, learning the rituals of the hunt and the rules of sharing. The alpha ensures the pups eat first, a vital lesson in the pack's priorities. The taste of fresh meat is a revelation, rich, warm and essential for their rapid growth. Surrounded by protective adults, the pups learn that their safety and nourishment are the pack's responsibility, reinforcing the bonds that hold the group together. Observing the adults, the pups witness the subtle cues of dominance and submission. They learn to wait their turn, to respect the leaders, and to recognize the importance of cooperation. Beyond mealtime, the world is a classroom. Play becomes their primary teacher, offering lessons in agility, strength, and social skills. Wrestling, chasing, and pouncing, the pups test their limits and learn the boundaries of their bodies and their relationships. These playful battles are more than games. They are the first steps in mastering the skills of the hunt and the art of survival. Each leap and tumble hones their coordination, builds muscle, and sharpens their reflexes, preparing them for the challenges ahead. Stalking their siblings through tall grass, they practice stealth and patience, learning to move silently and strike with precision. Every tumble and mock fight is a lesson in strength, agility, and the subtle body language that will one day help them communicate and cooperate during the hunt. Over the next 2 years, these daily lessons accumulate, gradually transforming the playful pup into a skilled and resourceful predator. By watching the adults, the pups absorb the intricacies of hunting, how to track, how to read the wind, and how to work as a team. Their bodies grow stronger, their senses sharper, and their minds more attuned to the rhythms of the wild, all shaped by the lessons of their surroundings and the guidance of their pack. This extended period of exploration and learning is essential, for only through experience, challenge, and the wisdom of their elders can a wolf pup become a true member of the pack and one day a master of the hunt. The adult wolf is a marvel of evolutionary engineering, its entire body meticulously shaped by millennia of natural selection to excel as a hunter and survivor. An adult male typically weighs around 45 kilograms, its frame a tapestry of lean muscle and sinew. This muscular build is not just for power but for sustained endurance, allowing the wolf to chase prey over vast distances without succumbing to fatigue. The wolf's long legs are a product of evolutionary refinement, granting it a stride that covers ground efficiently. Their uniquely structured paws, with flexible joints and tough pads, absorb shock and provide traction on a variety of surfaces. The splayed toes of the wolf's paws act like natural snowshoes, distributing weight to prevent sinking into deep snow. This adaptation is crucial for pursuing prey in winter, where many animals would be slowed or trapped by the terrain. This anatomical advantage allows wolves to maintain speed and agility in harsh conditions, often outpacing and outlasting their quarry in the relentless cold. The wolf's jaws are a masterpiece of predatory design. Unlike many carnivores, the wolf relies on its bite rather than its claws, and its jaw muscles are among the strongest relative to body size in the animal kingdom. Within these jaws are 42 specialized teeth, each evolved for a distinct function: incisors for nipping, canines for piercing and holding, and carnassials for shearing flesh and crushing bone. The elongated canines are designed to grip and immobilize struggling prey, while the blade-like carnassials at the back of the mouth act as scissors, slicing through hide, muscle and sinew with remarkable efficiency. Unlike predators that rely on a single killing blow, the wolf's dentition is built for attrition, inflicting wounds that bleed and weaken, gradually wearing down even the largest animals. This methodical approach, enabled by their teeth, ensures that even formidable prey eventually succumbs, turning the hunt into a test of endurance and strategy. Endurance is perhaps the wolf's most defining physical trait, a direct result of its evolutionary history as a long-distance hunter. Wolves are not built for short bursts of speed, but for relentless pursuit. Their cardiovascular and respiratory systems are highly efficient, supporting hours of sustained activity. A wolf can cover a kilometre in just 3 minutes and maintain this pace for hours, a feat made possible by their efficient muscle fibres and energy metabolism. Packs can travel up to 190 kilometres in a single day, patrolling territories and searching for food, a testament to their unmatched stamina and navigational skills. This endurance allows wolves to exhaust even the most powerful prey, turning the hunt into a prolonged contest of will, strength and teamwork. Every aspect of the wolf's anatomy, from its snow-adapted paws to its crushing jaws and tireless muscles, serves a singular purpose: to make it one of the most effective predators on Earth. Its senses, too, are finely tuned. Keen eyesight for detecting movement, acute hearing for picking up distant sounds, and an extraordinary sense of smell for tracking prey over kilometres. The wolf is not built for a single explosive moment, but for the long, arduous pursuit, its body a symphony of adaptations working in concert to secure survival. Every scar, every muscle, every feature of the wolf is a living record of evolutionary pressures, a blueprint for one of nature's most enduring and successful predators. A wolf's perception of the world is dramatically different from our own, shaped by senses that are exquisitely tuned for hunting and survival. Each sense, smell, sight and hearing, plays a vital role in the wolf's daily life, often making the difference between life and death. Their sense of smell is nothing short of extraordinary. Imagine a wolf pausing in the forest, nostrils flaring as it picks up the faintest trace of a distant elk herd. The wolf's nasal cavity contains an astonishing 280 million olfactory receptors, compared to a mere 5 million in a human. This allows them to detect even the subtlest scent trails left hours before. For example, a wolf can follow the scent of a wounded deer through dense underbrush, across streams and over rocky terrain, never losing the trail. They can pick up the scent of a potential prey animal, such as a moose, from a distance of up to 3 kilometres. In winter, a wolf may detect the scent of a hibernating animal beneath the snow, digging with precision to reach its hidden meal. This powerful sense allows them to locate food, identify the weak or sick, and track their quarry over immense distances and complex terrains, ensuring the pack's survival through the harshest seasons. When daylight fades, the wolf's world does not descend into darkness. Their vision is a crucial tool for both hunting and evading danger. Their eyes are superbly adapted for low-light conditions, granting them a significant advantage during nocturnal or crepuscular hunts. Picture a wolf stalking silently at dusk, its eyes catching every movement in the shadows. Behind the retina of a wolf's eye lies a reflective membrane called the tapetum lucidum. This structure acts like a mirror, reflecting any available light back through the retina, effectively giving the photoreceptor cells a second chance to absorb the light. This biological mirror is what causes their eyes to shine when illuminated in the dark, and provides them with night vision that is far superior to that of their prey. In real-life hunts, wolves can spot the faint outline of a rabbit darting through the undergrowth even under the pale light of the moon. Hearing also plays a critical role in their sensory arsenal. Wolves rely on their acute hearing to detect both prey and potential threats. A wolf's large triangular ears can pivot independently, allowing them to triangulate the source of a sound with incredible accuracy. In the wild, a wolf may freeze, ears swiveling to catch the faint rustle of a vole beneath the snow. They can hear high-frequency sounds that are well beyond the range of human hearing, such as the faint squeak of a mouse hiding under a thick blanket of snow. This ability is often the difference between a successful hunt and going hungry. This acute hearing enables them to detect the subtle movements of hidden prey or the distant howl of a rival pack, providing them with a comprehensive auditory map of their surroundings. In one documented case, a wolf pack responded to the distant distress call of a separated pup, navigating miles of dense forest to reunite with it. These three dominant senses, smell, sight, and hearing, combine to create a rich and detailed picture of the wolf's environment, allowing them to adapt to ever-changing conditions. They can read the story of the landscape through scent trails, see clearly in the dimmest of light, and hear the faintest whispers of movement. In the wild, a wolf may track a herd for days, using all three senses to anticipate the herd's next move and plan the perfect ambush. It is this sensory superiority that allows them to be such effective predators. Whether stalking a lone deer at dawn or coordinating a pack hunt under the stars, their senses are always at work. Before a hunt even begins, they have already gathered a wealth of information about their prey's location, condition, and vulnerability. This strategic edge, honed by real-life experience and instinct, is crucial for their survival in a world where every hunt is a gamble and every sense counts. For a young wolf, the journey to becoming a skilled hunter is a gradual and immersive process, shaped by both observation and hands-on experience within the pack. The pack acts as a living classroom, where pups and juveniles shadow the elders, learning by watching and imitating their every move during hunts. Early lessons focus on patience and assessment. Young wolves observe how adults conserve energy, study herds from afar, and wait for the perfect moment to act. Elders demonstrate the art of observation, teaching the young to read the subtle cues of prey behavior and to identify weaknesses within a herd. Young wolves learn to spot signs of vulnerability, such as a limp, sluggish movement or isolation, by watching the adults single out the most susceptible animals. They are taught to respect the dangers of confronting healthy prey, understanding that caution and selectivity are essential for survival. Through repeated exposure, young wolves witness the coordinated tactics required to challenge animals much larger than themselves. They observe how the pack works together to outmaneuver and exhaust formidable prey like bison and moose, learning the importance of teamwork. Elders lead by example, demonstrating how to encircle prey, communicate silently, and anticipate each other's movements for a successful hunt. Specific techniques are passed down, such as identifying a moose weakened by winter ticks, an advanced skill that requires keen observation and experience. Young wolves are taught to use their sense of smell to detect illness or injury, like the scent of a rotten jaw, which signals an easy target. This diagnostic ability is honed through practice and mentorship as elders guide the young in interpreting scents and visual cues from afar. The learning process also includes adaptability. Elders show the young how to hunt small game and scavenge when large prey is scarce. Social behaviours are reinforced as pups join in group meals, learning the etiquette of sharing and the hierarchy that governs feeding order. In regions with rivers, elders teach the young to catch fish, demonstrating patience and timing as they snatch salmon from the water. They also learn to exploit every available resource, from rodents to carrion, ensuring survival in lean times. This versatility is instilled by the elders, who model how to adapt hunting strategies to different environments and changing seasons. Much of the learning is observational at first. Pups watch from the sidelines, absorbing the nuances of pack dynamics and hunting roles. Gradually, they are allowed to participate, first in minor roles, then taking on greater responsibility as their skills and confidence grow. Young wolves practice positioning themselves during a chase, learning to help isolate prey and coordinate with the pack's strategy. They are taught patience and endurance, sometimes waiting for hours as the pack slowly wears down a powerful animal. Throughout this process, the alpha pair and experienced hunters serve as mentors, actively teaching, correcting and encouraging the next generation, ensuring that the pack's legacy of cooperation, intelligence and hunting prowess endures. The wolf hunt is, in every sense, a masterclass in endurance, strategy and, above all, teamwork. Wolves are not just powerful predators. They are highly intelligent social animals whose hunting success depends on their ability to coordinate, communicate and adapt. Yet even with these advantages, a successful hunt is never guaranteed. The overall success rate for wolf hunts remains surprisingly low, with fewer than 10% of all attempted chases resulting in a kill. This low rate highlights the immense challenge of bringing down prey that is often much larger and stronger than any individual wolf. These animals can inflict serious, even fatal injuries if the wolves are not careful. Because of this, wolves must be strategic and efficient with their energy. They often observe and stalk their prey for long periods, communicating through subtle body language, tail positions, and even quiet vocalizations to coordinate their approach. When the chase begins, it is usually a short, explosive burst, rarely more than 100 meters. And if the prey proves too strong or fast, the wolves quickly abandon the pursuit to conserve energy for future attempts. This energy-saving strategy is crucial for survival, especially in harsh environments. Wolves adapt their tactics to the type of prey and the landscape. When targeting a weakened or isolated animal, the pack will silently fan out, using the terrain for cover and signaling each other with glances or ear movements. As they close in, the odds of success increase dramatically. In these moments, communication is key. Wolves use barks, growls and yips to coordinate their attack, ensuring each member knows their role. When the pack commits, they succeed in making a kill in 8 out of 10 attempts. This high success rate in the final phase is a testament to their coordination and relentless determination. For large prey like bison, the hunt can last hours, with wolves taking turns leading the chase and harassing the animal. This relay-style pursuit allows the pack to maintain pressure while minimizing exhaustion. Wolves work in concert, each member playing a specific role. Some distract and harry the prey, while others flank or cut off escape routes. The lead wolves confront the prey head-on, while others attack from the sides and rear, creating confusion and panic. This coordinated assault prevents the prey from escaping and wears it down. Wolves are also masters at using their environment. They may herd prey toward rivers, steep slopes or dense forests to limit its mobility. For example, driving a bison toward a riverbank or rocky ground makes it easier to isolate and attack. Prey cornered at a river or embankment is far more vulnerable. Wolves exploit these moments, adapting their tactics to the terrain and the prey's behavior. Forcing a bison into water, for instance, slows it down, making it easier for the pack to attack from the safety of the bank. Wolves wait patiently, communicating with each other through body language and vocal cues, ready to strike when the opportunity arises. Patience is a hallmark of their hunting style. They make repeated shallow bites to weaken and exhaust the prey, causing blood loss and sapping its strength. The wolves wait for the animal to tire and weaken before moving in for the final coordinated attack. This method of hunting by attrition is brutal, but it is highly effective and minimizes risk to the pack. Wolves are careful to avoid the most dangerous parts of their prey, adapting their approach to each situation. A single kick or charge from a moose or bison can be deadly, so wolves rely on constant communication and vigilance. The pack's strength lies in its numbers, coordination, and the ability to adapt tactics to different prey and environments. Every hunt is a calculated, strategic operation, from the careful selection of a vulnerable target to the patient, coordinated assault that wears it down. It is this blend of intelligence, communication, endurance, and cooperation that allows the wolf pack to overcome even the most formidable prey, adapting their strategies to thrive in the wild. In the vast overlapping territories of the North American wilderness, two apex predators, wolves and cougars, share the same domain, yet their approaches to survival could not be more different. Both compete for the same prey, such as elk and deer, but their behavioral patterns and hunting methods set them apart. Wolves are highly social animals, relying on cooperation and teamwork within the pack to hunt and defend territory. In contrast, the cougar is the quintessential solitary predator, moving alone through its territory and depending on stealth and surprise. Wolves use endurance and coordination, often chasing prey over long distances and working together to exhaust and corner their target. Cougars, on the other hand, are masters of ambush, using the landscape for concealment and waiting patiently for the perfect moment to strike. Unlike wolves, cougars do not pursue their prey over long distances. Instead, they rely on patience and the element of surprise. A cougar will silently stalk its prey, using every bit of cover to get as close as possible without being detected. Its goal is to close the distance, often to within 15 meters before launching a sudden explosive attack. This ambush strategy gives the cougar a remarkable hunting success rate, far higher than that of wolves. When a cougar attacks from its optimal range, it succeeds in the majority of its hunts. Wolves, by contrast, may fail more often, but their persistence and teamwork allow them to wear down even large prey. The wolf's endurance-based approach is a test of stamina, while the cougar's is a test of timing and precision. Physically, cougars are equipped with retractable claws and powerful limbs, perfect for gripping and subduing prey in a single swift motion. Their claws, about 2.5 centimeters long, remain sharp and ready for action. Once a cougar strikes, its grip is nearly impossible to break. The cougar's most lethal weapons are its long, sharp canine teeth. Unlike wolves, which use their teeth to tear and wear down prey, cougars deliver a single, precise bite to the neck. This bite severs the spinal cord, causing instant death and minimizing struggle. The efficiency of this method is a hallmark of solitary predators like the cougar. It allows them to hunt alone, without the need for backup or prolonged chases. In summary, wolves and cougars represent two distinct survival strategies: the wolf's social, cooperative endurance versus the cougar's solitary, stealthy ambush. Wolves make their presence known, patrolling and defending their territory as a group. Cougars, in contrast, move like shadows, their presence often revealed only by the remains of their kills. Each is a master of its own domain, perfectly adapted to its chosen way of life. Their rivalry is a testament to the diversity of predatory strategies in the wild, where both cooperation and solitude can lead to survival and dominance. The confrontation before us is more than a simple clash. It's a vivid demonstration of two fundamentally different hunting philosophies: ambush and endurance. These strategies, honed by evolution, shape the lives and destinies of predators across the wild. Take the cougar, for example. As a classic ambush predator, it relies on stealth, patience, and explosive power. Its success depends on remaining unseen until the perfect moment, then striking with overwhelming force. After a successful kill, the cougar drags its prize to a hidden spot, hoping to feed in peace and cache the remains for later. This behavior is mirrored by other ambush predators, such as leopards, which often haul their kills into trees to avoid scavengers. Yet the scent of blood is a universal signal in the wild, and it rarely goes unnoticed for long. Enter the wolf pack, endurance hunters par excellence. Wolves, like African wild dogs and hyenas, excel at tracking prey over vast distances, relying on stamina and teamwork rather than stealth. For the wolves, this is more than a meal. It's a chance to assert dominance, eliminate a rival, and reinforce their claim to the territory. Initially, the cougar holds the advantage. Ambush predators like cougars and tigers are formidable in one-on-one encounters, their bodies built for sudden, devastating attacks. On its own, the cougar's agility and weaponry make it a daunting opponent, much like a jaguar defending its kill from opportunistic scavengers in the Amazon. As the wolves approach, the cougar stands its ground, arching its back and hissing, a display seen in many ambush predators when cornered. Its muscles are coiled, ready to unleash a powerful counterattack if necessary. If the cougar can intimidate the first challengers, it might force the pack to reconsider, as solitary leopards sometimes do when faced with hyena clans. But the element of surprise, the ambush predator's greatest asset, is now lost. The cougar must rely solely on its fighting prowess. The wolves, however, draw on their collective strength. Endurance hunters like wolves and wild dogs succeed through cooperation, strategy, and relentless pressure. The alpha pair leads, but every member plays a role, much like African wild dogs coordinating to exhaust and isolate their prey. The pack spreads out, encircling the cougar and blocking escape routes, a tactic seen in wolf packs across North America and Eurasia. They avoid a reckless rush, knowing that patience and coordination are their greatest weapons. Instead, they harry the cougar, making quick feints and coordinated attacks, similar to how hyenas wear down lions at a kill. One wolf distracts from behind, while another attacks from the side, keeping the cougar off balance. This relentless, multi-directional assault sows confusion, preventing the cougar from focusing its power on a single target. The battle becomes a classic test: the explosive power of the ambush predator versus the stamina and teamwork of the endurance hunters. Gradually, the cougar's strength fades. This is a common fate for ambush predators when forced into prolonged conflict. Cheetahs, for instance, often lose their kills to hyenas or lions after a chase. The wolves, built for endurance, remain tireless, their strategy to outlast and overwhelm. They wait, conserving energy, as the cougar grows weaker, a tactic mirrored by packs of African wild dogs and even orcas hunting seals. Eventually, the exhausted cougar is forced to abandon its kill, a scenario echoed in countless wild encounters where solitary hunters yield to persistent groups. It flees, lucky to escape with its life, much like leopards or cheetahs retreating from larger, more persistent rivals. In the end, the wolves' endurance, numbers and cooperation triumph over the solitary power of the ambush predator, a timeless lesson played out in ecosystems around the world. The successful displacement of the cougar is more than just a single victory. It is a reaffirmation of the pack's dominance and a vital moment in the ongoing circle of life. Each confrontation, each hunt and each meal is a thread woven into the fabric of the ecosystem, shaping not only the fate of the wolves, but also the balance of the wild itself. As the wolves gather around their newly acquired feast, the strict hierarchy is once again on full display. The alpha male and female eat first, claiming the best parts of the carcass as their right. This ritual not only reinforces their leadership, but ensures that the strongest and most important members of the pack receive the nourishment they need to continue leading successful hunts and producing healthy offspring. The rest of the pack waits patiently, understanding and respecting the established order. This social cohesion is the bedrock of their existence, allowing them to accomplish feats that would be impossible for any lone wolf, from bringing down a 900-kilogram bison to driving off formidable competitors like cougars. Every member of the pack has a role, from the dominant alphas who make the critical decisions to the subordinate members who support the hunt and help care for the young. This intricate web of cooperation ensures the pack's survival through the harshest winters and the most challenging of times. Their reign over their territory is not maintained by individual strength, but by their collective, unified power. The pack's presence ripples through the ecosystem, controlling prey populations, shaping the behavior of other animals, and even influencing the growth of plants and the flow of rivers. Wolves are a keystone species, and their actions echo far beyond their own survival. The life of a wolf is a continuous cycle of learning and challenge. The young pups who witnessed this confrontation from a safe distance have learned a valuable lesson about a dangerous rival and the strategies needed to overcome it. They have seen the pack's social rules in action and understand their place within it. These lessons are the foundation of the pack's legacy, passed down from generation to generation. The young wolves absorb not only the skills of hunting and survival, but also the values of cooperation, respect, and unity. One day, a young, strong male from this new generation may rise to challenge the aging alpha, ensuring that the pack is always led by a wolf in its prime. This constant, sometimes brutal renewal of leadership is vital for the long-term health and success of the pack, and for the continued balance of the ecosystem they help maintain. From a helpless pup in a dark den to a formidable predator and a cooperative member of a complex society, the wolf's journey is a testament to adaptation, endurance, and the unbroken circle of life. It is a life governed by instinct, shaped by learning, and defined by the unwavering bonds of the pack. The legacy of the pack is not just in its survival, but in the thriving of the entire ecosystem it helps sustain. In the great untamed wilderness, the howl of the wolf is not a cry of loneliness, but a declaration of unity and strength, a signal that the circle of life continues and the pack endures. It is the sound of a family that hunts together, survives together, and reigns together over its wild domain, continuing a legacy that has been passed down through countless generations, leaving an indelible mark on the land and ensuring that the circle of life remains unbroken. Communication is the invisible thread that binds the wolf pack together, weaving individuals into a single cohesive unit. While their iconic howl is known the world over, it is just one note in a complex symphony of signals that govern every aspect of pack life. Each vocalization, a low growl, a sharp bark, or a mournful whine, carries a distinct message. A chorus of howls can rally the pack, assert territory, or locate a missing member across great distances, echoing through forests and mountains. But the wolf's language extends far beyond sound. Body language is equally vital. A raised tail, flattened ears, or a submissive crouch speaks volumes in the silent negotiations of dominance and respect. The alpha's confident stance commands authority, while a subordinate's lowered posture signals acceptance of their place in the hierarchy. These subtle cues prevent conflict, maintain order, and ensure that each wolf knows its role within the pack. Scent marking is another crucial form of communication. Wolves possess highly developed scent glands, and by marking trees, rocks, and trails with their scent, they lay invisible boundaries that warn intruders and reassure packmates. Each mark tells a story: who was here, when, and whether they belong. This network of scents forms a living map of the pack's territory, constantly updated and patrolled. Within this intricate web of signals, the social hierarchy is both reinforced and challenged. The alpha pair leads, their authority supported by both vocal and physical cues, while betas and subordinates follow, each contributing to the pack's survival. Even the youngest pups learn to read these signals, practicing the language of the pack through playful mimicry and gentle correction. Through these diverse methods of communication, the wolves maintain unity, resolve disputes, and coordinate their every move. It is this silent, sophisticated dialogue that transforms a group of individuals into an unbreakable family, ensuring that in the wild world they call home, the pack's voice is always heard and its bond remains unshakable. In the vast wilderness, the relationship between wolves and their prey is a delicate dance, one that shapes the very fabric of the ecosystem. Wolves are not indiscriminate hunters. Their survival depends on careful prey selection and keen observation. They often target the old, the weak, or the sick, individuals less likely to escape a determined pack. This selective pressure helps to keep prey populations healthy and resilient, allowing only the strongest to thrive and reproduce. But the hunt is never guaranteed. Prey animals, from nimble deer to sturdy elk, possess their own arsenal of defences, sharp senses, swift legs, and a deep familiarity with the landscape. Every hunt is a test of endurance, strategy, and teamwork. A single misstep, an ill-timed charge, or a poorly coordinated attack can mean an empty belly for the pack. These challenges ensure that wolves remain vigilant and adaptive, fine-tuning their tactics with each attempt. They learn to read the shifting patterns of a herd, to anticipate a sudden dash or a defensive circle. The pursuit is often long and grueling, demanding patience and cooperation from every member of the pack. Yet this ongoing struggle is more than just a contest of survival. Wolves and their prey are bound together in a vital ecological balance. By controlling prey numbers, wolves prevent overgrazing and support the regeneration of forests and grasslands. Their presence ripples through the environment, influencing everything from plant growth to the lives of smaller animals. In this intricate web of life, predator and prey are partners in an ancient cycle, each shaping the other and together maintaining the wild harmony of their shared world. Across continents and centuries, the wolf has prowled not only the forests and plains, but also the deepest corners of the human imagination. From the icy tundras of the north to sun-baked deserts, wolves have inspired awe, fear, and reverence in equal measure. In Native American traditions, The wolf is often revered as a symbol of loyalty, intuition, and the spirit of the wild, a wise teacher guiding tribes through dreams and stories. Among the ancient Romans, the legendary she-wolf nurtured Romulus and Remus, her image etched into the very foundation of Rome itself. Yet, the wolf's shadow also looms large in tales of warning and wonder. In European folklore, the wolf is both a cunning adversary and a creature of the night, haunting the edges of villages and the pages of fairy tales. The big bad wolf, the werewolf, the lone hunter, each story reflecting human hopes and fears, our fascination with what lies just beyond the firelight. In Norse mythology, wolves are woven into the fate of gods and men. Fenrir, the monstrous wolf, is destined to bring about Ragnarok, the end of the world, while the twin wolves Skoll and Hati chase the sun and moon across the sky. Even today, the wolf endures as a powerful symbol of wild freedom, untamed nature, and the delicate line between danger and kinship. Through legend and lore, the wolf becomes more than an animal. It is a mirror of ourselves. Its image reminds us of our own place in the wild, of the ancient bonds that connect us to the natural world, and of the stories that shape our understanding of life, survival, and the mysteries that still run with the pack beneath the moonlit sky. Today, the story of the wolf is being written not in legend, but in living landscapes across the globe. After centuries of persecution, habitat loss and misunderstanding, wild wolf populations teeter at a crossroads. In some regions, the haunting howl has fallen silent, extinct from lands where wolves once roamed freely. Yet in others, conservation efforts have sparked a fragile comeback. Biologists, local communities and governments work together to protect vital habitats and restore balance to ecosystems. From the reintroduction of wolves to Yellowstone National Park, where their presence transformed entire food webs, to the protected forests of Europe, where wolf packs are slowly reclaiming ancient territories, hope flickers on the horizon. But this new chapter is not without conflict. As wolves return, their paths often cross with those of people. Livestock losses stir anger and fear among ranchers. Urban expansion fragments wild spaces, forcing wolves into ever closer proximity with humans. The challenge lies in finding coexistence, developing strategies like non-lethal deterrence, compensation programs and education to foster understanding rather than fear. The future of the wolf depends on choices made today. Will we see the wolf only as a threat or as a vital thread in the tapestry of the wild? Science reveals the wolf's essential role in healthy ecosystems, while culture reminds us of its power to inspire and unite. The fate of the wolf is a reflection of our own relationship with nature, one shaped by respect, stewardship, and a willingness to share the world. As the moon rises over forests and fields, the ancient call of the wolf endures, a reminder that the wild still runs within our world and within ourselves. The next chapter belongs to us all. Hidden beneath the surface of ancient legends and haunting howls lies a scientific world teeming with discovery. In recent decades, researchers have ventured deep into forests, tundras and mountain ranges, armed with radio collars, camera traps, and a relentless curiosity, seeking to unravel the mysteries of the wolf pack. Studies reveal a sophisticated society structured around cooperation, communication, and a surprising flexibility in leadership. The classic notion of the alpha wolf has faded, replaced by a more nuanced understanding. Packs are often family units, led by a breeding pair whose authority comes less from dominance and more from experience, guidance, and the bonds of kinship. Field biologists have observed how wolves coordinate hunts with silent precision, using body language and subtle vocal cues to outmaneuver prey many times their size. Cooperation is not limited to the hunt. Pups are raised communally, with older siblings and even non-breeding adults sharing the responsibilities of care, protection and play. Cutting-edge technology like GPS tracking and genetic analysis has uncovered astonishing details. Wolves travel vast distances to find mates, maintain sprawling territories, and even adapt their social dynamics in response to environmental pressures. Some packs split and merge, demonstrating a social fluidity that helps them survive in changing landscapes. Recent research also highlights the emotional lives of wolves. From playful romps to moments of mourning, scientists have documented a rich tapestry of behaviours that hint at empathy, loyalty, and even grief. These findings challenge us to see wolves not as mere symbols, but as complex, intelligent beings with lives as intricate as our own. As our understanding deepens, so does our responsibility. The science of the wolf pack is not just about observation. It's a call to protect the wild threads that bind us all. In every howl, every track, and every fleeting glimpse, the story of the wolf continues to unfold, one discovery at a time. Across continents and centuries, wolves have faced an ever-changing world, one shaped not only by the rhythms of nature, but increasingly by the presence and pressures of humanity. As forests shrink, climates warm, and new barriers rise, the wolf's story becomes one of a remarkable adaptation and resilience. In the forests of North America, wolves once vanished from vast territories, pushed to the brink by hunting and habitat loss. Yet, against the odds, they have returned, learning to navigate fragmented landscapes, cross highways under cover of night, and even thrive in the shadow of cities. Packs in the Pacific Northwest have adapted their diets, turning to salmon runs when deer are scarce, while those in the Rockies traverse snowfields and steep canyons following migrating herds that shift with the seasons. In Europe, wolves are reclaiming ground, moving through agricultural fields and suburban green belts. In Italy, packs skirt vineyards and olive groves, preying on wild boar and adapting to the mosaic of human-altered land. In Scandinavia, wolves cross frozen lakes and dense forests, their territories expanding as winters grow milder and prey patterns change. Climate change brings new challenges and new opportunities. As Arctic ice retreats, tundra wolves follow shifting caribou herds, adjusting their ranges and hunting strategies. In warmer southern regions, drought and fire force packs to be more mobile, more flexible and more inventive in their pursuit of food and shelter. But adaptation is not just about survival, it's about coexistence. In regions where humans and wolves share the land, innovative solutions are emerging. Ranchers in the American West use guardian dogs and fladry, lines of fluttering flags, to protect livestock, reducing conflict. Conservationists work with communities, tracking wolves with GPS collars to better understand their movements and needs. Each region tells a story of challenge and change, of ancient instincts meeting a modern world. Through every test, the wolf endures, not by standing still, but by evolving. In the shifting frontier between wild and human, the resilience of the wolf reminds us that survival is a dance with change, and that the future of the wild depends on our willingness to adapt alongside it.